It's Wednesday the 30th of January. I'm back at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium just to see what's new and what's different. I'm going to walk around the stadium now. So I'm going to change it up a little bit this week. I'm actually going to start at Worcester Avenue. Let's face it, all of us want to know what's happening with the East Stand. So I'm going to come straight to the East Stand and have a look what's been done. It's actually 12 days since I've been here, and so far this is looking pretty good. Now straight away you can see quite a few workers, and on the right hand side you can see straight into the stadium bowl. You can even see the pitch there, and look how many panels have been put in. On the left hand side is the East Stand. So this is the latest at the East Stand. The veil, actually it looks complete, almost complete on this side. Unbelievable. So they have been very, very busy in the last 12 days. You can see all of these barriers have been put in the centre of the road. So they will use them when they need to. So this is where a lot of the away fans will come in, and you can see here straight away they've been doing a little bit of tiling work on these staircases. Lots of work going on today actually. And you can see here as well on the right hand side another sign has gone in, and also another sign has gone in here just below the London N17 sign. So this is the veil work coming from the North Stand going towards the East Stand. And this wasn't like this 12 days ago when I last visited. You will notice here as well that the builders and the workers are actually going in a new entrance. And the tarmacking has been done here as well. Now, as I've mentioned a few times, the last time I was here 12 days ago, it was on a Friday night. It was actually for the East Stand familiarisation event. I was kindly invited by a Spurs fan called Pat. He was actually going in here to see his executive seat and see where he's going to be sat when the stadium opens. He invited me along. I actually walked through the East Stand. It did appear at the time that there was a lot of work still to do, but there's a lot of people working, and there has been a lot done in the last 12 days. Very, very noticeable. So if the amount of work that has been carried out here has been the same as the inside, then happy days. An announcement is due very, very soon. Of course, our fixture against rivals Arsenal is on the 2nd of March. Highly unlikely, almost impossible actually that fixture will be played here, but of course the club do need to make an announcement very, very soon, because it is nearly a month away. Let me know in the comment section below, do you think that we will be playing here this season, or do you think that the next club announcement will be to say that all of the remaining games in the Premier League will be played at Wembley? I certainly hope it's not that. I really do hope that we get in here this season. I think it will be a huge boost for the team, the management, all of the staff, and certainly us fans. I think that it will be a great occasion to get in here as soon as we can. So this is what's happening down outside the East Stand at the moment. And I've already talked about panels, and I'm going to talk about paving. So look at all these paving blocks on the left hand side. They will be going in very soon. This is great to see. You can just see piles of panels there. It's like the old days. It's like the old days of me coming here talking about all the materials all ready to be installed, and it just seems that they are really cracking on with this, which is great. It's so nice actually. Just a few of the builders just stopped me and said it's a real pleasure to meet you because we watch all your videos here, which is, I just still find that so odd that a lot of the builders and the staff who are actually working on the building of the stadium do actually watch these videos, because they're creating it, they're there, they're in amongst it. So yeah, I do find that a little strange, but it's nice that they do. I'm now going to walk around just to see if I can get a better view of the East Stand and a little bit more detailed look of what they've actually done. So you can see here, northeast corner, lots of paving blocks going down as well. And as I said earlier, you can see right into the stadium bowl just behind. I can't even describe how much has changed in the last 12 days, which is absolutely fantastic. I know some people said to me, you know, what's the point in continuing with these videos, Chris, on a weekly basis? It's days like today, you notice it is hell of a difference. It really is, which is great. So I've now walked round, and this is the front of the East Stand. As you can see, it is very similar to the other side of the West. So look at that, what a difference 12 days makes. So on the right hand side, that's where I was standing a minute ago, and you can see how many panels they've been installing. They've certainly done half of it, and they're working now on the metal framework. And just below there are quite a few piles of different grey panels. So you can see all of the areas where they've actually got to install the panels now, making up the veil on this side. But I must say that is looking pretty good. I actually really enjoy coming down here midweek because I know a lot of the visits I've done have been on a weekend, particularly on a Saturday, but you just see so much more going on during a weekday. Metal framework, panels, paving blocks, they're everywhere down here. As I said earlier, it's like the old days. Lots of machinery being worked on. So when I said about piles of panels, there they are, all ready to go in. The club are actually holding an event here in the NFL Tunnel Club this Sunday. They will actually be showing the Super Bowl 53 that kicks off 11:30 UK time. It's open to all executive members. They will know by now whether they've got a ticket or not. Look at that for timing. They're putting in another piece of this TV screen which is outside the east stand. Like I've said all through this video, it's really kicking on. It really is so good to see that there's so much progress being made. Particularly as we all just want to get in here and see a Premier League game. And straight after this, I'm actually on the way to Wembley to go and see the Spurs-Watford game. So this is the overall picture of the east stand. You really can see the difference. And of course, I've got to mention as well, on the left hand side, outside the south stand, no cranes anymore. The last remaining crane went last week. So I'm now walking down Park Lane. This is the route actually you take if you were coming from Northumberland Park Station. So if your journey is from Northumberland Park Station, this will be the view that you will get. Obviously the south stand on the left hand side and the east stand on the right. You can see here down Park Lane another sign that has gone in. This is all the base and mace headquarters where a lot of the workers have lunch and have their breaks. You can see a lot of the workers are done for the day. It's, well, we haven't got long before it starts getting dark. You can see here as well, more barriers, a couple of covers gone in over a couple of them. And that is where I've just walked from. You can see a little bit of work being carried out here on the south stand. Most times I visit here, actually, there are people on the cherry pickers doing some sort of work. That's probably why I mention panels so much. So another new entrance and exit for a lot of the workers. Exactly the same on the other side. It's worth mentioning as well how neat and tidy everything seems at the moment. All of the tarmacking, obviously down Park Lane. Just walking up towards the high road now, which of course this is completely opposite to what I would normally do. I obviously wanted to get down to the east stand before it got dark, just to see all of the progress, and I'm glad I did. So a lot of the deliveries still come in this entrance. So as I said, they're carrying out a bit of work here on the south. Even at the bottom left of the picture, you can see some other workers there as well. So these are the signs that are being put all around the stadium. They were doing a little bit of paving work here last time I came, and it seems that they've finished that now. So if you saw the last video, I pointed out that there was a temporary bus stop outside the Tottenham Experience. That is still there. That is still the case. A little bit of work going on here outside the Tottenham Experience. Little bit of work on the drainage. This is actually one of my favourite features here at the stadium. Warminton House, Grade 2 listed building. They have done a great job with this. So these seats were being worked on last time I was here. They are now finished. And a little bit of work going on here with one of these signs. So I'm now walking down the high road outside the West Stand. You can see actually wherever I'm walking, wherever I'm going, there is work going on. So they're actually replacing a lot of this tarmac for paving blocks. So lots of paving going on, finishing touches here. You can see this crossing has been put in and brand new traffic lights. This is right next to the West Stand entrance here. So this is the reception area of the West Stand inside. Lots of work going on in there. You can see all of these barrier covers have been put on. It's very neat. So just down the high road here, obviously you've got the Tottenham Experience on the left hand side, temporary bus stop, you've got the signs in, you've got the paving going on, and obviously these traffic lights here as well, and new road markings. Just notice that. So back to the reception of the West Stand. All the flooring is being worked on here as well. Glass installed, these blocks all ready to go down. You can see some plans up there as well. More paving work. This area has actually been sectioned off, although we can still walk down this way. Now one of these seats here, that's all been finished. More paving blocks. Electrical work going on now. Fire exit signs. There is so much happening. This is on the northwest corner, above the M, which is the media cafe. Well, whatever work they were doing here at the M, last time I came, they must have completed, because this is looking pretty good. So this is the ticket office that they're working on at the moment. As I said, work is going on everywhere throughout this stadium at the moment. You can see that they're working on the signage as well. All of this is very, very new. And this is right next door to Lily White House. So a little bit more paving going on there as well. So I'm just going to walk around to the other side of the ticket office and see what they're up to there. So this is the other side of the ticket office. So a number of people keep messaging me saying what's happening at White Hart Lane station, so I'm going to take a very quick look. So they've been busy here as well. Lots of steel to be installed here at the station. And this is what the new station will look like. So one of the last times I was actually down here visiting White Hart Lane station, they were actually putting in all of these paving blocks. They have since marked out now a couple of disabled bays here and a taxi rank area. And when you will walk from White Hart Lane station, this is the view that you will get. So I'm back outside the Tottenham Experience here.
That's the point, I don't know.
So I was told by somebody that they're actually testing all of the floodlights out. And you can see blue, yellow, this is a much better view here. So they're testing the floodlights out at the moment. So lots going on today. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I am now off to our temporary home, Wembley Stadium, to watch the Tottenham v Watford game in the Premier League. Come Come on, you Spurs!